طلبتنا وطالباتنا الأعزاء في مرحلة التعليم الأساسي للصف التاسع. نحن هنا الآن بصدد إعطاء منهج اللغة الإنجليزية للصف التاسع في الجزء الثاني من الكتاب لمرحلة الصف التاسع. حنكون معكم أنا الأستاذ عبد المطلب محمد البوعيشي، مدرس ومدرب لغة إنجليزية. في هذه المرحلة حنطرق إلى كافة الدروس في الجزء الثاني من هذا الكتاب من الوحدة الخامسة إلى الوحدة الثامنة، وعلى ضوءها حيكون فيه رابط معين خاص بوزارة التعليم، حيكون فيه رد على استفساراتكم وتساؤلاتكم حول هذه المادة والمواد الأخرى. طبعا حنبدأ اليوم بالوحدة الخامسة Unit 5 Lesson 1 Old Ways of Sending Information. يلا مع بعضنا نجهزوا كتبنا على صفحة 56 أو 59 Unit 5 Lesson 1 Old Ways of Sending Information. أنا حنوه لنقطة واحدة بس في البداية، اللي هي حنتكلم باللغة الإنجليزية عدة مرات، أو الشرح يكون باللغة الإنجليزية، لكن حتكون في مرة واحدة شرح باللغة العربية لتوضيح أو لترسيخ المعلومة في أذهانكم إن شاء الله. فركزوا معي بشوي بشوي، حنكون معاكم سلس جدا، الشرح يكون بسيط وواضح بحيث أن كنا نكونوا في المستوى وكنا نكونوا في الموعد في هذا الدرس. Okay, ready? Good, let's start. Lesson 1, old ways of sending information. What's the meaning of send? Send, that means when you take something to someone else by a way, by another way. So if I send a message, so that means I give you a message by a way. So old ways, old, that means something is in the past, used in the past, old ways. Ways, that means techniques or things we used before to send the message. Of course, we have all mobile phones and we have in the Facebook Messenger, so we send messages from that. So this is called ways of sending message or old ways of sending information. Information, that means ideas or things that we want to know. So this is called information. Old ways of sending information. So listen and repeat now. Okay? Old ways of sending information. Again, listen and repeat together. Old ways of sending information. Good. Right. Now, read and use the pictures to work out the meaning of these words. I want you now to read, okay, and use the pictures. These are pictures here. 1, 2, 3, and 4 pictures. I think here we have to use them and to work out the meaning. To work out, that means to discover the meaning, to get out the meaning, to know the meaning, okay, of these words. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 words. We have 7 words. So we want to work out together to know the meaning of these words. Okay. Horse. So what's the meaning of horse? This picture describing the horse. This is the horse. Horse. So repeat. Horse. Horse. Lighthouse. What's the meaning of light? Light is the lamp that we use in the house. Light. Okay? And house is the house itself. But this one is one word. Lighthouse is this picture. The lighthouse is used in the sea to show the position of the light, to show things that we will know about that later. Lighthouse, this is called lighthouse. يعني بالعربي يقولها المنارة. Lighthouse يعني المنارة. Okay, flag. Flag is something we use to wave by. Okay, so this is called flag. Flag. Again, flag. Very good. Okay, the other word, so we have here horse, lighthouse, flag, and also we have drum. The other page, we have the drums. This is the drums, okay? The drums is, as we see before, we use to drum and to announce that there's something to say. الإعلان. They use drums, okay? And the other one is smoke. The other one is called smoke. So if we go back to the page that we have in here, is called smoke. Smoke. What's the meaning of smoke? Smoke is like when we have light cigarettes, so it's smoke. When we start a fire, there is a smoke, should be a smoke. And signal. Signal is something that we can know each other. For example, we have something to use to know that something is going to happen or something to say. Signal يعني إشارة. Pigeon is kind of birds. They can send messages, okay? So we have again horse. Listen and repeat now, please. Horse. Horse, very good. Lighthouse. Yes, lighthouse, very good. Flag. Flag. Drum. Drum. Smoke. Smoke. Signal. Signal. Pigeon. Pigeon. Very good. Okay, so now these are the pictures of these words here. This is horse, and this is the lighthouse. Okay, so let's start reading about each picture now. Listen first, and then we will read together, okay? Now, just listen, and then we will read together. اسمعوا بعدين نقول مع بعض, okay? In the Arab world, men used to ride for horse, carrying messages. When one horse was tired, they got another one. This messenger service started in 670. It means this is a date, year. It was called Al-Barid. Okay, so now listen and repeat. In the Arab world, men used to ride for horse. Again, in the Arab world, men used to ride for horse, carrying messages. So now let's read the sentence together, okay? In the Arab world, men used to ride for horse, carrying messages. Very good. When one horse was tired, when one horse was tired, they got another one. They got another one. Again, when one horse was tired, they got another one. This messenger service started in 670. This messenger service started in 670. It was called Al-Barid. So let's read together from the beginning. نقرأ مع بعض من البداية. In the Arab world, men used to ride for horse, carrying messages. When one horse was tired, they got another one. This messenger service started in 670. It was called Al-Barid. So people used to send the messages by horse, riding the horse, and when they got the horse got tired, means cannot go anymore, so they change it with another horse. يعني العرب السابق كانوا يستخدموا في الخيول لإرسال الرسائل. طبعا الخيول هذه مرات تتعب فيستبدلوها بخيول أخرى، وهذه خدمة الرسائل هذه تسمى البريد، بدأت في سنة 670. التاريخ هذا مهم. في بعض الأسئلة حيجيكم سؤال في true or false، في صح وخطأ. they might be يقول لك البريد البريد service started in 670 or 671. So you have to be familiar with this number, 670. You have to memorize it. Right. Good. The other thing here, again, we are going to read first and then listen and repeat. People used to build lighthouses near the sea. The lighthouses warned ships of danger. Okay, again. People, listen and repeat now, okay? People used to build lighthouses. People used to build lighthouses near the sea. People used to build lighthouses near the sea. Very good. The lighthouses warned ships. The lighthouses warned ships of danger. Again, people used to build lighthouses near the sea. The lighthouses warned ships of danger. Awesome, very good. So, الناس في السابق يبنوا في اللايت هاوس، هي احنا زي ما قلنا في البداية المنارة بجانب البحر. مهمة اللايت هاوس هي التحذير. warned يعني تحذير. warned ships تحذير السفن من الخطر أو المخاطر. Okay, number 3 is flag. People used to send messages using flags. So listen and repeat now. People used to send messages using flags. Again, people used to send messages using flags. الناس كانت تستخدم في الأعلام لتوصيل الرسائل. Number 4, drums. We know what's the meaning of drums. The picture shows that, okay? الصورة توري شو معنى drums. In Africa, people used to use drums to send messages. In Africa, people used to use drums to send messages. Again, in Africa, people used to use drums to send messages. Awesome, very good. Number 5, smoke. This is smoke. This is the meaning of smoke, دخان. Americans used to light fires. Americans used to light fires on the tops. This is the top, قمة. Americans used to light fires on the tops of mountains. These are mountains, okay, and this is the top of the mountains. And send messages using smoke signals. Signals يعني إشارة. Americans, again, listen and repeat now. Americans used to light fires. Light fires يعني إشعال النيران. يشعل النيران. Americans used to light fires on the tops. Americans used to light fires on the tops of mountains and send messages using smoke signals. Very good. Number 6. What's this? And what's this? A person flying a bird. This is called pigeon. Pigeon. People used to use pigeons to carry messages from Egypt to Syria. الناس كانوا يستخدموا الحمام، احنا نقول الحمام الزاجل، to carry messages، يحمل الرسائل من مصر إلى سوريا. People used to use pigeons to carry messages from Egypt to Syria. Again, People used to use pigeons to carry messages from Egypt to Syria. Good. A good pigeon could fly from Cairo, القاهرة, to Damascus, Dimashq, without stopping. Non-stop. Only flying all the time. All the trip from Egypt, from Cairo to Damascus, non-stop. Only flying, okay, all the time. So, again, people used to use pigeons to carry messages from Egypt to Syria. Good. A good pigeon could fly from Cairo to Damascus without stopping. الحمام الجيد أو الناجح يستطيع could fly from Cairo يستطيع الطيران from Cairo من القاهرة to دمشق without stopping غير توقف. Good. So this is, or these are the texts that we used with sending information. هذه الطرق اللي استخدم old ways of sending information, الطرق القديمة المستخدمة في إيصال البريد أو المعلومات. Okay. Let's have these 4 questions first, and then we go to the workbook. So please prepare your workbook beside you. جهزوا كتاب الواجب جنبكم الآن بحيث أول ما نكملوا الأسئلة هذه حننتقل للتمرين في كتاب الواجب لتأكيد المعلومات وترسيخها. Okay? Okay. Discuss these questions. Discuss these questions. ناقش هذه الأسئلة. Number 1. So regarding to the information that we had before in the lesson, so we can answer these questions. When was the best time to use lighthouse? Lighthouse, which is used by the sea. When is that lighthouse? So can we use the light in the day or at night in the dark? What's the meaning of light? Light اللي هو الضوء. Can we use it in the day or at night? At night. Very good. At night. Why we use it at night? Because the light is more clear. Is more clear in the dark. Right? So, the answer here is night. We use the lighthouses in the night or at night. And why? Because the light is more clear in the dark. Very good. Number 2. How did pigeons know where to take their messages? كيف تعرف الحمامة أن الطريق باش ترفع الرسالة؟ People before they trained her to go to home every time. يعني الناس يدربوا فيهم أن يمشوا للبيوت متاعهم. الحمام يطير للحوش متاعه أو العش متاعه كل يوم، فهو يعرف الطريقة دي خلاص. يعني من الطريقة هذه يبدأ يحملوه الرسالة، ما يعرفش أنه حامل رسالة لكن يعرف الطريق فقط للمكان متاعه اللي بيروح له. So people trained دربوا people trained the pigeons to send the messages every time. Okay, number 3. Which of these methods يعني الطرق أو الوسائل was the fastest, the slowest, and the safest? Fastest, that means very fast, quickly. Slowest, that means very slow, very slow. And the safest, that means there is no dangers for that. For example, when we take a message or send a message by a pigeon, is there danger or is it danger or safe? Sometimes it's danger. It depends on your opinion. That means هذا حسب رأيك. كل واحد حسب رأيه. ما فيش إجابة محددة ولكن كل واحد حسب رأيه. الأسرع شنو الطريقة الأسرع مثلا؟ هل هي horse أو lighthouse or drums or smoke? So which one? Or pigeons? So this is regarding to your information, regarding to your opinions, you can answer your questions, okay? حسب معلوماتكم أنتم تراها اللي هي صح، فهي ممكن تكون الطريقة أو الإجابة الصحيحة. إذا fastest يعني الأسرع، slowest الأبطأ، safest الأأمن. Okay. Number 4. How many modern ways of sending information can you think of? How many? كم العدد? Modern ways. Modern, that means new ways, because these ones is old ways. The previous ways of sending information are old. So now time is changed. الوقت تغير. So what things can you think about, or what things can you think about sending information? For example, internet. Very good. Yes, good answer. What else? Telephone. Very good. Websites. Very good. What else? Television. Awesome. Very good. So many things can be used to as modern ways of sending information. Okay. So now let's go to the workbook and open it on page 51, please. Open your book on page 51. So we all opened our workbook on page 51, unit 5, exercise A. So old ways of sending information, طرق قديمة لإرسال المعلومات. Okay. A. The most important thing in this paper or in this page is this question. هذا أهم حاجة في الدرس أو في السؤال أو في الكتاب الواجب. Complete the sentences with the words from the box. So these are sentences and there's gaps here. There are some gaps in this sentences, and we have to fill them up with these words. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 words, as well we have 4 spaces. 4 words, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. If you remember the picture of African people, what do? How do they send messages, African people? Do they use pigeons or lighthouses or signals, smoke signals, or they use drums? Very good, drums. In Africa, people used drums to send messages. في أفريقيا الناس يستخدمون drums لإرسال الرسائل. Very good. Number 2. If you remember the pigeons, when they send the messages, how do they send that? From where to where? Is it from Cairo to Libya or to Tripoli or Cairo to Tunisia? No. Cairo to Damascus. Very good. The capital city of Syria, what is it? So what's the capital city of Syria? Is it lighthouses or pigeons or Damascus? Damascus. Very good. Number 3. Warn ships of danger. What the message they used before to warn the ships? Is it flags or lighthouses? Very good, lighthouses. So, lighthouses warn ships of dangers. Very good. Number 4, the last one, can fly from Cairo to Damascus. Can fly. What type of messengers they fly? Is it people, horse, or pigeons? Pigeons. Very good. So pigeons can fly from Cairo to Damascus. So this is the most important information regarding to the lesson. هذه المعلومات المهمة اللي لها علاقة بالدرس. أود أن أنصحكم أعزائي الطلبة والطالبات أنكم دائما تأخذوا المعلومة الصحيحة وتركزوا عليها وتحفظوها، بحيث أن أي معلومة تجيكم في true or false في الأسئلة هي لما تبدأ عندك الخزينة الرئيسية، المعلومة الرئيسية للإجابة. أي طريقة سؤال تجيك به تعرف كيف تجاوبها صح أو خطأ أو اختار الإجابة الصحيحة. هذا نهاية الدرس الأول. الآن حننتقل بكم أعزائي الطلبة إلى الدرس الثاني. So let's move to lesson 2 in unit 5. Lesson 2, accessing information. Accessing information. This is the title of our lesson. هذا عنوان درسنا. Access information or accessing information, that means how to reach to the information, how to get the information. For example, if you want to know something, so how to go to get this information. Access information means الحصول على المعلومات. Okay. Discuss why you would go to these places. Here we have 1, 2, 3 places. 1, 2, 3. So discuss, يناقش why you would go to these places. Why you go to the library, why you surfing the websites, and why you go to information desk. First, before we know why, we should have or we should know the meaning of these pictures. لازم نعرف معاني الصورة دي. Library. Library, as you see in the picture here, there are some shelves with books on it. Shelves with books on it. Okay? So this is called library. Number 2, surfing the web. Surf, that means when you go through the websites, pages of websites, and know information about things that you look for. Information desk. Information desk is like the reception. It's a place where you get your information. For example, if you go to the airport where you can fly from there by plane. So if you want to know about your trip, what's the time of your trip? When is your trip? Or if you have someone arrives from other country and you want to know is the plane arrived or not. So this is called information desk, a place where a person sitting there and get you information that you look for or you want. Library, reference section. Reference section here is a place where you can find or look for the book and take it to read. Section or reference section is the place where you have the book that you are looking for and only stay there and read it. Don't take it out. Here we have dictionaries. Dictionary section is the place where you can find dictionaries by any other languages, Arabic, English, Italian, French, any languages that you look for, and you look for meaning of words. So this is called dictionaries. Dictionaries يعني قواميس. Library, reference sections. Library is a place where we read books in there, and reference section is the place where you only take the book from the shelf and you sit in the library and read it. Don't check it out. Okay? Surfing the web means when you have the internet and you look for a page, any other page, for example, Ministry of Education page to find the website of the Ministry of Education, وزارة التعليم مثلا, موقع وزارة التعليم. So you surf the internet. Why you want to look for the Ministry of Education page? To have information, to have announcement, to have things to know about that. Okay? بس ناخذ معلومات منها. Okay. Information desk is the place, as we said before, is the place where we go to ask for information. So this information desk, you can find that in the airport or in the tourism offices. مكاتب السفر والسياحة. Okay. Now, as we know the information here, we have 3 paragraphs here. What's the meaning of paragraph? Paragraph is a part of topic or a part of lines which has information about one topic. So, a paragraph here is, this one is called paragraph. From this letter up to this letter is called paragraph. So here also we have a paragraph and also we have a paragraph. So how many paragraphs do you think here? Look at your book, look at the text and scan it. Very quick sight or very quick look to know how many paragraphs we have. As we said, paragraph is small lines of information. How many paragraphs do we have? 3, very good. Yes, 3 paragraphs. So let's read the first paragraph together, and then know the meaning of the words in the paragraphs, and then we discuss the information later. Okay. نقرأ القطعة أو three paragraphs, and then نتناقشوا في المعلومات اللي فصلها. Okay. Okay. So I will read it first by myself, and you listen only, and then I will read and you repeat. Okay. Very good. So I'm going to read and listen, or going to read with me? Very good. I read only, and you are going to listen only. Okay. Okay. In the past, libraries used to be the place to go to access information. Most libraries have a reference section. You can't borrow the books in a reference section. You have to use them in the library. If you want to know where Berlin is, you can look it up in Atlas or an atlas. If you want to learn about Salah ad-Din, you can use an encyclopedia. Okay, so let's have the first information or first paragraph and know what is it about. The first paragraph is about library. Very good. So it is about library. Is it about library reference section or other part? Yes, it's about reference section. Where can I find the reference section here? Which line? 1, 2, 3. Yes, very good. This is the reference section. So in the past, as we said before, in the past, that means not now, in the past, libraries used to be the place where to go to access the information. What's the meaning of access information? To get the meaning of the information or things that you want to know. Okay. Most libraries, this is libraries, have a reference section. So what's the meaning of a reference section? A reference section is, as I said before, it's the place where you go, sit, and take the book that you want to know about, like atlas or encyclopedia or things that you want to know about, and then you sit in the library, read only, and take it back to the shelf. So this means reference section. Okay. You can't borrow the books in reference section. You can't take it out of the library. You just, as I said, you stay in the section, reference section, and read it, and then back it to the shelf. If you want to know where Berlin is, so which type of books that we can look for here? We can look for Atlas. Atlas is a book that used to know about geographical positions or countries or cities as well. Okay. If you want to learn about Salah ad-Din, so you can use an encyclopedia. Encyclopedia is a book that includes information or historical information before. يعني يستخدم encyclopedia يعني هي المعلومات التاريخية في السابق. Okay, so this is the first paragraph. As we said, we have 3 paragraphs. So the first paragraph was libraries reference section. Okay, what's the second paragraph should be? Nowadays, you can access information. What's the meaning of access information? Very good. جلب المعلومات. Very good. Nowadays, you can access information immediately, directly, no other ways. Just you click a button and you get the information. So nowadays, you can access information immediately by surfing the web. What's the meaning of web? Web is the page of something that you look for. For example, as I said before, if you want to look for a Ministry of Education web page, so you can surf the internet to know information about Ministry of Education. Good. So you can talk to your friends on social media too. Social media like Facebook, like, for example, Twitter, things like that. Okay, this is called social media. Read the news or look at blogs. So you can read the news from the surfing the internet. So this is the second paragraph. How many paragraphs do we say? 3. So the first one is library reference section. The second one is surfing the web. And the last paragraph is information desk. Very good. Travelers, what's the meaning of travelers? People who go from one country to another. For example, I go to Egypt, so I'm traveler. I'm person, the person who goes from one country to another. This is called traveler. Travelers means plural, more than one person. Travelers can get information from the information desk. As I said before, information desk can be found at the airport or at the tourism office. So, travelers can get information from the information desk at an airport or from a tourist office in a town. A town, that means the place where you live. They can find out, they can tell you about hotels, buses, and taxis. Okay? About hotels, the place where you want to stay, buses, and taxis, ways of transportation, how to travel in the country that you're going to travel to. They can also get local maps and find out about interesting places to go and things to see. So they can give you maps. A very big paper poster shows you the directions where to go. Okay. How or what information can you get from these things? We have here 3 things here, or ways of sending information. What information that can I get from these things? 1, 2, 3. This is a newspaper. So what can I have from this newspaper? News, very good. Information about something. Article as well, very good, awesome. Dictionary. As I said before, dictionary is a book that you can look for a word or meaning word and you find it. So what can I get from dictionary? Meaning words, very good. Okay, radio. Of course, we all know radio. So what can I get from radio? I can go to the workbook because this is not important much for you. So I can go to the workbook on page 52, please. Be ready to open your workbook on page 52, please. Page 52. So as I said, the questions of this lesson, the most important thing in this questions should be like this. Because of the information that we used before and nowadays the technology that we use in these days, يعني المعلومات اللي كنا نستخدم فيها أو رسائل المعلومات في السابق تختلف عن المعلومات في الوقت الحاضر. So because we have technology and we have internet, so this can be different. I want to focus again on these words, okay? So, and these words can be in the final exams في امتحان نهائي as true or false, okay? They can say in America people used drums to send messages. Is it true or false? It's false, yeah, very good. The capital city of Syria is Cairo. It's false. What's the capital city of Syria? Damascus, very good. And lighthouses warn ships of dangers. True or false? Yes, it's true. So regarding to the information that you've got in your mind, you can check your answers from true or false or choose the right answers, okay? Can fly from Cairo to Damascus. What type of messengers they can fly? Horse or pigeons? Pigeons, very good. So this is the way of using questions, and we are going to use at the end of the unit, we have some critical questions that can be used in the final exams, and we will discuss later, okay? في نهاية درسنا لهذا اليوم أعزائي الطلبة والطالبات ننوه إلى أن فيه لينك أو رابط ممكن تستخدموا فيه أو تبعتوا فيه استفساراتكم، آرائكم، اقتراحاتكم، تساؤلاتكم أيضا. إذا كان حد عنده سؤال مش فاهم حاجة، احنا يعني في نهاية الوحدة حنكون أكيد متواصلين معكم ونرد على تساؤلاتكم واستفساراتكم. أسأل الله لكم التوفيق في نهاية هذا الدرس، وإن شاء الله نلتقي بكم في الدرس الثالث في الوحدة الخامسة في الحلقة القادمة إن شاء الله. والسلام عليكم.